So, just hanging out here, doing some lip syncing on a Tuesday night. I am making a video because I'm active on Facebook and social media and Instagram. I follow a lot of women's health stuff, a lot of mental health stuff, a lot of stuff. And I came across Isabel Foxen Duke. If you've ever heard of her, she is apparently doing tele-coaching for women who want to stop feeling crazy around food. And I thought, awesome. Sometimes I feel crazy around food, and I clicked it, and it is mostly geared towards people who are struggling with binge eating, overeating, that kind of thing. That's not my struggle. And I'm body positive. I am all about this. So I get a lot of varied things that come up on my feed. So I'm used to like, oh, that's not actually for me. Cool, I'm glad I know that it's out there and that it exists. But it got me thinking. You know, the language and just the cool factor on her website, it's like so not on par with the stuff that I see for anorexia. I mean, anorexia recovery blogs is just like, it's numbers, it's like, what was your lowest weight, it's like, how many inpatient treatments were you in, it's like, how long have you been struggling, it's like, depressing. It's so depressing. And then there's just the tropes of like, it'll get better. And, I mean, I could throw my numbers at you, and it doesn't matter, because the point is that this shit is real and it's tough, and we don't have the community that I want around this kind of thing. We need to be able to get real about it. The thing that I loved about Isabel Foxen Duke that she was putting out there, loved and hate, honestly, just very conversational language around like the things we actually say to ourselves and to our friends about how we eat and what we eat and how we look and how we feel. And, you know, on the one hand, like that could be super freaking triggering, and kind of irresponsible to be shaming that sort of behavior and making judgment calls about those things without any context around it, but we get it. We know what you're talking about. Because that kind of thing comes at a certain point in recovery, I think, too. You know, we're no longer delusional about what things mean. If you're not there yet, that's fine. You'll get there. Keep working. There's this thing that I've been thinking a lot about recently, though, with, like, it's almost like post-recovery. Like, you're pretty much good. You know, you got your slip-ups, that's fine. It's part of it. It's part of life. But you have a basic handle on where your eating disorder comes into play and how you maintain a healthy life. I mean, it's not even recovery anymore. It's just you're living you're doing your due. But then we lose our support and we lose our community. We lose the ability to talk about things in a real way because we're talking to people that we haven't necessarily disclosed our stories with, or you know, and maybe you don't need to. But I want to, because I think it's important to talk about it and to not be silent, because there are so many people struggling in silence thinking that that's how it has to be. So, I want a community. I want a community. Hi! If you're around the world or around the corner, I want a community. I want to talk real shit and help each other, and commiserate or just laugh about the things that go through our minds and how we deal with it in a more or less healthy way, you know? And if you're struggling and you have hopefully people to reach out to, but to be able to hear a mirror of your story. So, hi there, I'm Sophia. I'm in recovery, I'm recovered, I'm an anorexic, I used to be anorexic. All of those things are true. Holler at me!